Hello, in today's video I'm going to show you how to wrap a tumbler to prevent ghosting or minimize ghosting. And I have my tumbler here. I've already wiped my tumbler down with an alcohol pad and just letting it dry. It's an important step to wipe it and to allow it to dry. So I have my picture that I'm going to put on the tumbler. I left a little white out on one of the sides. That's the overlapping part. So this is the picture that I'm gonna do, and my tumbler is ready. It's dry. So let me get my little space ready. I am also using a tape dispenser. Normally I just cut my tape out and put it on the side. Yeah, I do. I literally do. But yeah, I'm gonna try the tape dispenser. And if I like it, I'll keep using it. If not, you may see me put tape on the side. I don't know, but we will see. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna put my camera down just a tad bit so that you can see the tumbler. And my tumbler is down, and my picture, make sure your picture is face down. So you're gonna wrap your tumbler with your picture, and you're gonna make sure the white part that you left out is on the outside. Okay, white part is on the outside because that's the overlapping piece. I'm gonna take my tape and I don't know if it taped all the way. It's a big piece of tape. I should have saved that for going down. I'm gonna tape one piece in the middle, one piece towards the bottom, and I'm just making sure it's tight. One piece on the bottom, and then I'm gonna do one piece at the top, and just make sure it's tight. Okay, so now that that's good and tight, I'm gonna go ahead and put a whole piece around here. Now I'm gonna put a piece down the seam line. Okay, I'm gonna put a long piece down the seam line. And I have my regular tape for that. That's heat tape, but it's not on the roll. That's what I mean by regular. So I'm gonna cut me a piece of this off, and I could have did this on the side of the heat tape, but or the tape dispenser, but I didn't want to. So I'm kind of used to my old ways of doing things. So let's do this. So I'm just going to tape it down the seam line. As soon as I find it, pull tight, tape it down, make sure it's down. I'm just gonna run my thumb down the seam line to make sure no air can get into it. That's a very important step also. So run your thumb. Some people use like pennies or anything with a flat surface you can use, but you can use your thumb too. Okay, so once that's done, I'm gonna tape the bottom part and the top part. So I'll go ahead and tape the bottom part first, and I'm gonna use this tape to tape the bottom part. And what I'm gonna do is just gonna tape it down and just go all the way around at the very top of the the tumbler, or this is the very bottom piece. So just and I'm pulling the tape tight. I'm not really pulling the tumbler. I'm pulling the paper. I'm pulling the tape tight. And I'm going to take my thumb and just go around it. That's all I did. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the top part. Dun, dun, dun. Same thing. Oh, see a piece of air. You get an air bubble come up through it. Okay. And just rub. You can take your thumb, take your index finger, whatever finger you're comfortable using, and just rub through it. Okay. So now that I have my seam line done, I have the bottom of the tumbler done, I have the top part of the tumbler done, I do an extra step using painter's tape. This is regular painter's tape that I get from the Dollar Tree, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really seal this top, the bottom, and the seam line in. And I want to do the seam first. So I'm gonna place it down. All right, and I just put my tape behind it so it wouldn't move. It wouldn't move that much. Okay. So just gonna take my finger and wipe it down. Make sure it's tight. Fold it over, fold it under. Okay. And now I'm gonna do the very top part and then the very bottom part. The seam is done. I'm just going to do okay. And I'm just gonna wipe it or rub it. Take my fingers, like cuff it, and just turn the tumbler. My fingers aren't moving, but the tumbler is. Okay? And I'm gonna do the same thing for the bottom. Tape it to the very top of the tumbler because we don't want any air getting in there. No air. No air. And it's okay that it went over a little bit. I'll just fold it down. Actually, it's a little better that it went over. And I'm going to do the same thing. Cuff your finger, put the tumbler in, turn it. For this one, I'm just going to like fold the bottom part because some went over. So we're going to fold it in. So this is how you wrap the tumbler to prevent ghosting. Okay. So I have the seam line, the bottom, and the top with both heat tape and then painter's tape. And you might ask, will that work? I guarantee you it'll work. Well, I shouldn't guarantee you, but it works for me. Put it that way. It works for me. So now that this is wrapped, fully wrapped, and it's ready to go into our heat press, our tumbler press, I am going to set my tumbler press for 380 degrees, 385 degrees. And I'm going to put it down this way, where my seam line is down, for 50 seconds. When that 50 seconds is up, I'm going to rotate the tumbler, put it back in for another 50 seconds. When that 50 seconds is up, I'm going to put just the bottom part of the tumbler in. I'm going to rotate it too. rotate it, put it back into the tumbler, but just the bottom piece. And I'm going to do that for about 10 to 15 seconds. And I'm going to do it again for about 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to turn it around to the top piece. I'm going to put it in for about 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to rotate it 10 to 15 seconds, and then I will be back. Okay, y'all, I am back, and I have my tumbler here. It's super hot, so I don't want to touch it without my heat gloves on. Not until it cools down some. It cools down really fast, but right now it's like super, super hot. So if you were to touch this with your regular hands, your bare hands, you would burn yourself. So I advise to get you some heat gloves. That'll help. So here's my tumbler, and you can see through the paper, that's always a good sign. I'm anxious to see how it came out. Yeah, I'm anxious to see how it came out. So I'm gonna start taking it. It's a little manageable now. So I'm going to start peeling my tape off. And sometimes I do this quick, sometimes I don't. It just depends. I don't know what it depends on. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. So just take your time and peel the tape off. Some people do a cold press, like they dip their tumbler in cold water. I haven't, I just haven't. Like, this is the way I was taught, so I kind of stuck with this way. It works for me for now, so there's no need to try something different just yet. Or I may try it one day just to see the difference, if there is a difference, and if it's worth it. No, this stuff is sticky, it's hot, it's sticky, and it wants to stick to me. So this gives me the feeling of a kid on Christmas morning when they're opening their gifts and they're anxious to see what they have. Well, I'm anxious to see how this came out. Hope it came out pretty. I hope I don't have any ghosting or anything. I don't know, but we shall see. I wish there was an easier way to remove the tape. Like, I'm sure there is. I just hadn't come across it yet. Right. Okay. Then use scissors. But you gotta be extra careful when using anything because you don't want to damage your tumbler. All right. Let's see. I'm almost there. Almost, people. Almost. Brandy has a song that says almost doesn't count. So let's get this started. Let's get this party started. Okay, so my tape is off. Ooh, now it's the time to see how the tumbler came out. And oh, it came out so pretty. Wow. His picture came out pretty on there. It says in love and memory. Then I have the name, the alpha date, the omega date, forever in our hearts. That's all there. Your wings were ready, but our hearts were not. It kind of makes me sad, but it's pretty. It really makes me sad because I know the family and I know how close they were, but it's real pretty. So, and then the top part, there is no ghosting. Those are clouds, so there is no ghosting. The seam line, I'm okay with the seam line. Like, I don't care about this being here as long as it's neat. The bottom part, look at there. That's tape residue. I'm going to get some, my alcohol wipe to get that off. But other than that, it's flawless. Like, it came out perfect. So follow those steps to prevent or minimize ghosting for your tumblers, and see if it works for you, and let me know. Comment, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like the video, if you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you want notifications when I put other stuff up, click the notification bell. Okay, I'll see you later. Until next time, happy crafting.